Seeker, welcome to the Awakening Her podcast. I am so grateful that you've been led here, and I'm excited for you that you're answering the call to manifest more magic in your life by mastering the law of attraction. So cool. My name is Talia, and I'm committed to cutting the fluff and showing you exactly how to manifest more excitement, ease, success, abundance, confidence, love, and anything else you've been craving. So if you're ready to crack the code on manifestation, amplify your intuition, and play in the quantum, we are now besties. Let's do this. Hello. Welcome back to the Awakening Her podcast. How's it going, friends? I am so excited to be back. I am so excited with what we are talking about today. It's going to be so juicy. But first, if you are new to the show, welcome. My name is Talia Joy. I'm an intuitive channel. I am a manifestation mentor. And this is where you come when manifestation has not been working like you were sold that it would, when you're kind of tired of the superficial manifestation and you're ready to truly become everything that you're meant to be. So on this show, we talk about the law of attraction, as we're going to get into a little bit in this episode, the other laws of the universe, quantum manifestation, developing your intuition, tuning into your soul, and really understanding how this experience works so you can truly do what you came here to do. So I'm so excited to help you create your dream life and really make your dream life your real life, because that's what gets to happen. And I'm excited to be on this path with you. And if you haven't already, come over and find me on Instagram. It's at Talia Joy Manifestation. The link is below. There's lots of links down there you can check out to start learning, start manifesting, and how to connect. So come find me over on Instagram, again, at Talia Joy Manifestation. And if you didn't know, I have a second podcast. So my other podcast is called On the Path, and it is a subscription community where we really get to work on exactly how to manifest, how to do the self-growth behind the manifestation that you've been deeply desiring. So on that show, for the first 20 or so episodes, are all my core teachings and trainings that are literally a self-growth course, all there for you, broken down, potent, bite-sized trainings. And then every single week, we're doing a weekly assignment. I'm always doing deep dive episodes. We do monthly challenges. There's so much going on the path. It really does keep you on the path and keeps you doing the self-growth work that is needed to manifest your dreams. And it's just month to month, so you can come for as long as you need it. I am so excited to support you over there with all the tangibles, all the to-dos, all the meditations, everything you need, and really help you to quantum leap and move forward in your life. So come find me on the path. Again, the link is below. Okay, we're going to dive in today to manifesting from the inside / inside out manifesting. I'm so excited for this. I don't know. I've been going through a lot behind the scenes. I've been going through a lot. There's been a lot of personal healing and we'll call it growth expansion opportunities behind the scenes. I feel like the cosmos have been dense for everybody right now. There's a lot of stuff that's been coming up. And also in my business, I'm really thinking about and refining the impact, the legacy that I'm here to create, how I really want to support people going forward, and most importantly, how to use my gifts to the best ability. You know, as a soulpreneur, and if you're a soulpreneur, you can relate. I really think that it's about using our gifts to the best ability instead of it being like, oh, you have to put out a digital program or you have to show up in this way. It's like, what is my way, right? Using my gifts, my channel, and really exploring that. And I've realized that so much of what I've talked about through this whole podcast and all of my work is exactly what I'm meant to teach. Quantum manifestation and everything, and what it really comes down to, what is different than what you're used to being taught when it comes to manifestation. If you've listened to the previous 2 episodes, I go into this, but really what the difference is it's inside out manifesting. Manifesting is not a to-do linear process. because self-mastery is manifestation mastery. It truly is about manifesting from the inside. And starting about a month or two ago, I started hearing that from my spirit team when I've been going through things. And I've been like, why is this coming up? Or what do I need to do to heal? And a lot of allowing myself to feel my feelings and regulate my nervous system. And even in the last few months, when we have our, not dark night of the soul, that's a little bit extreme for what I've been going through. It hasn't quite been that crazy, but there's been a lot of taking my own medicine and a lot of really no BS, no fluff talks with the universe about allowing everybody to tap into that next level of manifestation. And I want to continue to remind you, you don't have to be perfect. It's not about being woundless. It's most likely not even about huge amounts of healing still. Like, we're always going to be doing healing, but there's this whole other piece that we're just not taught. And I've never been shown it out in the world in courses I've taken, like my team of light has been describing it to me lately, and just showing me and my clients the results and the potency in the work lately has just been like, holy shit, it's really next level. I'm really excited to be talking about this more. And I don't even have it together yet as far as like a complete sales page and everything, because it's been coming in so rapid fire, this program that's being created behind the scenes. But it's called Manifesting from the Inside. Right now, if you want to jump on the wait list because you're super excited to go deeper into this stuff, you can jump on the wait list. The link, I'll put it below, Manifesting from the Inside. And on the wait list, you'll get special deals and first chance and blah, blah, blah. But what I wanted to more say is continue going on how my team of light have just been showing me really grounding down into this work and making it real, like from our nervous system to our thoughts to the patterns that are being played out in our real life and where inside we believe it to be true. It's these things we talk about, right? But it's from such a different sacred way. And I just really feel so excited to get into this today. So, I mean, I've already been getting into it, but let's go a little bit deeper. So why you're taught it backwards, or we have all been taught it backwards, is we've been taught it like manifestation is something that you do. So write out your list, say your affirmations, take inspired action, blah, 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 right? We've heard this. And that slice of the pie is true. I was talking about this in the last episode. That slice is true, but you're missing the whole rest of the pie. And what I keep hearing from my team, and why I'm calling the program Manifest from the Inside, is I keep hearing these gentle reminders of be the change you want to see rippled out into your life, Talia. Like literally hearing my own advice, my own channel, saying these things. It's who you be. It's what's going on inside you. And I've been seeing how, how they say we're only as strong as the weakest link. I've been shown lately about how we can only manifest to our most restricted point. And I want you to really hear that, because you've been able to create such incredible things in your life so far. You've been able to heal things. You've been able to change patterns. I'm sure you've left unhealthy relationships or, healed core wounds or been doing healing work anyway. And you've been really trying. But there's this other aspect of wherever the most constricted place is inside, that's the place where it's almost like there's a tether that you can't fully break into: vitality, ease, flowing abundance. And it's not that it just happens overnight on like a Thursday, but when we are tethered by this restricted point inside, we keep trying to figure out what to do. And we keep having these looping patterns, and we keep not understanding why, these toxic dynamics, or, money will come in and then it's gone just as fast. And we kind of have these looping patterns that don't seem to end. This is because there's something on the inside, and we can look at it from a different perspective and from a new, loving, gentle, yet so fucking potent lens. And something that I want to share that I have really learned lately and is so freaking important. And you guys, you're going to know what I'm talking about here. But there is a part of you essentially there's a part of you inside that doesn't feel safe to receive what you want, that doesn't feel safe to grow. And that's normal. Me too. All of us, we go through this. But this is why it's important to think of it as manifesting from the inside. Manifestation mastery is self-mastery. So what part of you doesn't feel safe to start your business or receive more abundance or give back to yourself in your health? This is the self-growth work. And there's a part in us that gets sticky when we start thinking about our goals and our desires and we go outside the realm of what it feels safe to receive. So if you right now are making $5,000 a month or whatever, that would feel like, yeah, totally, that's my normal paycheck. That feels safe. That feels normal. So if I said, what does it feel like to make 10,000, 20,000, 30,000? There's a point in you where you go, ugh, right? Or maybe it's love, where we go, it's totally possible to find a partner. Yeah, that totally sounds real. I can get on board. I believe that. And then we go, it's totally possible to find a partner in the next few months. And then you go like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, sure. It's totally possible to find our partner tomorrow. And we go, ugh, right? So it's just about identifying those parts of us that aren't yet fully aligned, because that is literally growth. I was saying this to a client just today, that built into us wanting to grow is a stretch that feels uncomfortable. And just like a physical stretch, it gets uncomfortable, and we sit in it and we breathe through it and we create a new normal and we expand a little bit more. So if you're feeling bunchy, pinchy, restricted, if something in you went, ugh, when I got to 10,000, 20,000, or whatever it is, just shake it out of your body right now. Bring a little bit of movement in, roll your neck out. It's okay. These are our edges inside. There's so much I want to get into this episode. I feel like I'm already going deeper than I thought I would. But essentially, manifesting from the inside, and in the program, what we're going to go through, but essentially the pillars, it's about self-mastery. It's about these things I'm talking about, the nervous system, self-love and self-worthiness, creating real, sustainable beliefs inside that don't feel icky, that don't feel scratchy, that don't feel like you're faking. This is about actually expanding your growth edge and really sinking into that self-mastery. Self-mastery is manifestation mastery. And a huge hack is sometimes when we get into like, but how's it going to happen? But how's it going to happen? Get out of the how and come back to the present moment and ask yourself, how can I feel a little bit better? How can I soak up the pleasure in this moment? How can I find gratitude right now? How can I find fun or joy or ease right now? Because manifestation mastery is self-mastery. And I can't stress myself into manifestation. I can't hustle myself into ease. I used to say this in the food Buddha days. You can't punish yourself into food freedom. You can't punish yourself into your healthiest body. It just doesn't work. It's mismatched. So the first pillar is self-mastery. This is where, we heal and remedy things like self-sabotage and that uneven nervous system that I 100 million% understand as an HSP, as an empath, as someone who gets overstimulated and overblown easily, as somebody who has had trauma. I've really, come into the power of the nervous system and feeling safe to grow, feeling safe to expand. So I want to say that all the work you've already done in self-growth and in manifestation, none of it is lost. All of it compounds. You have come to this powerful place on purpose, and there might just be a little bit more. I swear you're like 90% of the way. You've done a lot of work already. Depending on where you're at, it's like you're right there. It all compounds. But when we really kick it up into something bigger than we've ever thought before, new thoughts we've never thought, new realizations, new illuminations that we've never had, that's when it all comes together. But okay, so self-mastery is the first pillar. The second pillar is understanding the laws of the universe. And I laugh because at the beginning of this show, I would teach about the 6 pillars of manifestation. And the first one was understanding the law of attraction. Since then, I've brought in many other laws. And that was really fun to teach about in Quantum Magic, which is a quantum manifestation program that you can access at any time. The link's below. But I went a little bit into the laws of the universe. And this is a really important part. So there's the law of attraction, but there's also the law of vibration, the law of cause and effect, the law of oneness. the law of gender, the law of correspondence, and it's not meant to overwhelm. But what it actually does is it removes all the personal parts of it and brings us back to the eternal truth of things like attracts like, or cause and effect. Every action has a reaction in energy. If you go out for a walk, it's going to make you feel better. If you drink water, it's going to make you hydrated. There's a very real just cause and effect, and it's not personal. So it's when we bring the inner mastery work, the nervous system regulation, feeling safe to be in our body or in our lives, or safe to go for a goal, safe and grounded in what we desire for ourselves. And then we just get to know these laws and we flirt with these laws, it becomes so much fun. This really is where we tap into the the art of deliberate creation is what I call it, where we become the deliberate creator. So these laws of the universe, I love to use them because, again, they're non-personal. It's just the way the universe and this experience works. So I love the ones I recommend, there's many, many, many universal laws because it's based in physics. So they're like the law of gravity, there's a lot of different laws. Science is laws, but the ones that pertain to manifestation are the ones that I am so freaking interested in. And if you want to do some self-study on your own and you don't join Manifest from the Inside, because we're going to go in depth, but looking at the law of vibration, the law of cause and effect, and the law of correspondence. There's actually quite a few others that are equally as important, but we got to start somewhere. So those are really, really fascinating. And then, of course, the law of attraction. Did I mention the law of vibration? Yes, I did. Okay, so the laws of the universe. It's just really important because this is the part where we go, oh, I get it now. I get that I'm interacting with a living, breathing experience that works certain ways. And then we can take, again, that personal aspect out and go, okay, well, if I do a positive action in my life, there is a reaction. So earlier today, I did some exercise, I did a workout, but then I did some somatics after. And after the somatic stuff, the nervous system stuff, I felt so calm and embodied and just in my body. And I took a second to go, that's the effect of a 15-minute somatic, practice. And I was like, damn, that was so worth it. And so we start to see that simple things go a long way, and it's a universal thing. It's how energy works. So instead of like, I should work out, or I should eat well, or I should do these manifestation practices, I'm actually going to tell you in the program, but let's ditch the manifestation practices altogether. And let's just focus on feeling really fucking good in our lives and doing what lights us up and nurturing ourselves more and more and pouring back into ourselves and having fun practices, because that is what manifestation is. Manifestation is creating a life you genuinely love from the inside out. So fun is manifesting. And I made a reel the other day and I said, your homework today is to go out and do something fun and call it manifesting. Because when you understand the laws of the universe, you understand that the more fun you have, the more money you make, the more vitality you feel. And sometimes it's those physical laws that kind of take you out of certain emotional cycles. And we go, no, I want to change this. I want to work with the way that the laws work, right? So the first one is that self-mastery. That's that deeper level of the self-worth and the self-worthiness and the nervous system and things like what's behind self-sabotage, the assignments that are really calling you to grow through. The second pillar, I talked about the laws of the universe and certain specific laws that just really help us to make sense of it in kind of just a no BS way. It's a nice way also to bring in that masculine energy of like, this is just the way it is, right? Because sometimes us feminine beings can be like just in the emotions and in the swirls. And sometimes it's just good to like come back down to earth or back down to the universe and understand how this works. And the last part I want to talk about with manifesting from the inside is aligning with your true desires. So your desired core emotions, what you really want for yourself, not just fluffy goals, not just what other people say that you should have, but like, what do you really want? Is it freedom? Is it vitality? Is it impact? Is it health? Is it expansion? Is it community? Is it connection? Is it abundance? Did I say freedom? I'll say it again. Is it freedom? Probably, because you're here and you're like me. But really looking at aligning with your true desires, not just being like, how do I align with $20,000? How do I align with freedom, with relief, with expansion, with receiving, with the love and the vibration of that experience of $20,000, right? So we do things like identity shifting, and I'm going to get into all this in the program, which I'm just so freaking excited about. Can you hear my excitement? It's so fun. It just makes manifestation so much more real. But we'll get into like identity shifting, looking at that identity that you hold, looking at, if you've been in my recent programs, the rapid embodiment technique, where we're really looking at embodying that next level self for even 10 seconds, 20 seconds. This is what I call future casting. And so we can have a part of our month, a part of our maybe daily practice, where we're really looking at, what do I truly want? And how do I authentically align with that in a very sustainable way? So to break it down again, we really have to realize that manifestation is not outside in. It's not when I get the money, then I'll feel self-confident, or when people buy my program, then I'll believe in myself, or when I get the partner, then I'll believe in love. It's not the way that this universe works, which is again why we go to the laws of the universe, because it's not outside in, it's inside out. Who we are being is what we manifest. Where our pinchiest point is inside is going to be the tether that we might be able to have like some great things. Like we're starting the business, we're doing pretty good, or we found a partner or whatever, but it's not like ecstatic. It's not that where you feel liberated. And I can relate to that so deeply, where there'll be really good shit going on in my life, but I feel like I'm walking around with protection. I feel like I'm never fully enjoying myself. I feel guilty for taking me time, or feel critical of my body or whatever. That's a me thing. People think, we think, when I lose weight, I'll be confident. When I have the money, I'll pay my bills on time. When I, whatever it is, we all do this, and it's normal for our brain, but it's just not the way that it works. Manifestation is an inside game, and you've always known this deep down, which is why you're drawn to self-development, self-work, self-growth, healing. You're not new to this shit, right? It's because your inner being deep down has been paving the way the whole time, even though you felt like manifestation wasn't working, or you're not quite where you feel you should be. It's been working behind the scenes the whole time. Your inner being has been leading you here, has been leading you to this place. And because you're meant for such massive transformation and manifestation and freedom and abundance and all that, the time comes where you realize it is truly an inside game to be the change you want to see in your life. And the way I'm excited to teach it to you is not through hustle and force and just saying like, just go out and take action. Because from a nervous system point, if I go, just go out and do it, your nervous system goes, right? Either like, I can't, I don't know how, I've tried before. What if I fail? I don't have the money. I don't have the time. All of our stuff comes up. That's normal. Me too. So we learn how to do this in a sustainable way, because they say the definition of trauma is too much, too fast, too soon, too much for your nervous system. So then we go into the manifestation space and everyone's going, just manifest $20,000 months. Just claim it. Just claim it. And you're like, I want to, but everything in me goes, nah. But sometimes there are times where you've been in maybe one of my chakra clearings, or, a meditation or in a session with your mentor, and something clicks and then you do claim that next level. You're like, fuck yes, I am worthy of that. I can claim that. That's because your nervous system was ready to meet you with that new belief. So any belief is adoptable. Money is easy. I'm a magnet for miracles. The better it gets, the better it gets. Life is working out for me. Life always works out for me. These things are completely available to you, but you have to sustainably, realistically get your nervous system and your mind on board. Because your brain is literally wired to stay safe, right? As you know. And manifestation is asking you to do anything other than being reliable and like what makes logical sense. Nothing makes sense with manifestation logically. We're asking you to go for these big goals, just like see yourself as a New York Times bestseller. And if our body goes like, no, which is what we do until we actually expand our energy, until we expand our aura, until we expand the pinchiest part within us. And while it's in that constrictive state, no matter how hard we try, no matter how many stage gigs we apply for, our energy is not magnetic. And this is the part I want to tell you. You can do the same exact thing. You could do the same exact workout routine, the same exact nutrition plan, the same exact business plan. But if your energy is constricted versus your energy free and on board and your nervous system feels safe to do this thing, that is night and day. You could do the same thing with drastically different results. In fact, even with the body and the body releasing weight or something like that, I firmly believe it's more the thoughts you think about the food and the thoughts you think about yourself and the thoughts you think about your body more than the food you eat. Because I've seen it in my life as I radically transform my relationship with food and weight. I used to eat one thing and like balloon up. And I would say that to everyone. I can't eat anything without gaining weight. And it was true. Now I can eat whatever I want. And I do eat healthy. I value my health hugely. I value what I put in my body. But I am not above health food cheesies, health food store cheesies, or my fucking chocolate that I love that I talk about. It's not that I eat kale all day and that's how I'm able to be healthy. It's more about the thoughts I'm thinking. It's more about as I eat my chocolate, I'm like, this is self-love. This is nourishing my body. And that's healing in itself. Anyway, that's a side topic. But we realize it's about manifesting from the inside and not being afraid if there's a part of us inside that doesn't truly feel safe or feel yet like we can do it. That's okay. I like to say, let the work meet you where you're at. That's the true secret. So manifestation is from the inside out. And the next time you're feeling pinchy or anxious or worried about what to do or that your thing's not coming forward or you need to make more money now, just stop and go manifest from the inside. Who am I being right now? How can I just relax right now? Do I need a shower? Do I need to go for a walk? Just take a chill pill for a second. Regulate the nervous system. Realize that inside of me, I've verged into not safe territory. Shake it out, move it out, yawn, take some deep breaths, because we'll never manifest from that place. Never, ever will we manifest from, how the fuck am I going to manifest? This isn't happening. That's not how it works. And it's never how it will work. So I want to say today that if it hasn't been working for you so far, that clincher, that final piece to make it really make sense, you're not alone. Definitely join Manifest from the Inside. Just get on the wait list. There's no harm. But recognize that it's who you're being even more without the shame, without the guilt or the judgment. We work with ourselves. So I know some of this has been kind of tangenty, but it's from the inside. It's self-mastery. It's understanding the laws of the universe and how they're not personal and how you are partaking in a universal experience. So it's good to know the rules of the road, the rules of how this life works. It's like moving to a city and just going and driving and not understanding that their driving rules are totally different than yours. Or what's okay, there's certain parts of the world where you can't show your legs or you can't show your arms. Like, it's helpful to know, right? So it's really good to know the laws of the universe. That's literally like what we are all working within, whether you realize it or not. And then the third part is aligning with your true desires, seeing the assignment behind your desires, those core feelings you want, what your soul yearns for, identity shifting, future casting, playing with the quantum. It gets to be fun. And this is where we get to become the person that we know we truly are. We sometimes say become the person we want to be, but that is who you truly are. That is who you truly are. And that is where you manifest from. And that is why you're here. So I'm so happy to be on this journey with you. Hop on the wait list of Manifesting from the Inside, truly teaching you sustainable manifestation from the inside out when it hasn't been working previously. So when you're really ready to manifest, this is where you go. I'm excited. As I said again, come find me over on Instagram. And other than that, have a fantastic day. Make sure to stay hydrated, get out in nature, and I will see you in the next episode. Hey Seeker, thank you so much for listening to this episode today. I truly hope that it served you and helped you on your manifestation journey. So if you're ready to really learn how manifestation works so that you can have the freedom to create whatever you want, I invite you to On the Path. It's a private podcast community that will help you to manifest your goals and stay on the path to your most fulfilling life and your highest timeline. This is where I guide you through transformation step by step, helping you to cultivate devotion to yourself, master your energy, do the inner work needed to release resistance, and manifest a life that lights you up. We both know that you're ready, that you're evolving, that you're transforming, that you're ready to quantum leap, and I am ready to offer you the tools and the education you need to move forward. So come and join me on the path. The link is in the show notes below.